Hey guys, how's it going? So, another week, another mobile suit. And real quick, was not live last night. Kind of got a little sick. Also did oversleep technically as well. So, whoops. Bad combo there. But we'll definitely be streaming after this video is up on YouTube and trying at least the 2 spins and seeing what we can get for the half-off ones. And yeah, this is a 2-star ReZEL. Also, we'll be doing the podcast tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And I believe Gustav got the suit, so we can definitely talk about the suit there. For somebody who's actually got it, but I've seen some videos on it so far, and yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it a bit. So, watching the video here, we'll go ahead and hopefully it'll play. I pre-played it a little bit, that way it'll hopefully buffer, and of course, it doesn't work. But anyway, it's got 3 main weapons to shoot, and 2 melee weapons with the beam saber, just like the Zeta. So, with the beam combo, there you go, just 1 shot. 2 missiles to stun, unlike the Zeta's 4, so that is really nice. As far as that goes, you could start with the missiles, go into the main rifle, and then do your triple down swing, or the cool thing is the shield beam rifle actually charges in 2 seconds and stuns. Other than that, it does seem to have a burst fire, though I don't know what the actual stagger rate of that is. I know it doesn't stun in 1 burst. But as far as it goes, if you have something with, say, damage control, you could do the missiles and maybe that to actually get a stun out of it. Though 2 seconds to charge has been really nice for the Gundam beam rifle. So, I mean, yeah, 2 seconds, definitely really cool. Most of the time, unless I know it is something that has some kind of stun resist that I would need to build up first or do anything like that, I'd probably just charge this, go into the main beam rifle as another stun, and then do your triple down swing combo. It does transform, and that burst stuns as well. So this is actually this next part here where it actually transforms and flies. That is a instant stun for 3 different shots, which is really nice. And I couldn't tell if that pierced, but at the very least, you do have 3 things that can stun, so if there's an enemy group, you can kind of fan it out a little bit there, as you saw it kind of missed one, and actually get multiple stuns. Other than that, though, overall, seems pretty solid in that regard with what it can do for stuns. Now, I guess the other thing is since it seems to be compared so much to a Zeta, is this the better Zeta? Personally, I have not looked at the stats yet, so we'll probably actually talk more about that on the podcast, or if you catch me on the stream, we can definitely look at that. But as far as the screenshots go, we have a thin shield, which pretty much Zeta things. Of course, if that shield breaks, you get knocked out of the sky, so that is one problem. But that beam rifle is a shield. Giving it a little bit more weapons as far as that goes, I guess, is kind of nice. Vulcans seem to be generic. Nobody said anything. Normally Vulcans are good. Somebody will point it out. Overall seems to have decent damage. The stats wise, you have 18,000 health, 18 defense, 25 beam resist, and 23 melee resist. Again, this is a 600 general suit. I should have probably said that earlier, but there we go. Overall, though, it seems to have decent stats, 32 range damage and 28 melee, giving you a well-rounded suit to do both shooting and damage, and it seems like it has a decent amount of health at the front line. We would definitely need to compare it to a couple of other suits, which we'll do a more in-depth comparison later, but from just initial looks, that seems to be pretty solid. I know stuff like the Mark II at 600 definitely has a lot less health, which, I mean, that would technically be level 3, but still. Other than that, though, having the ability to have a 2 stun combo into melees, or even a multiple stun from a build-up combo is really nice. Other than that, skill-wise, I can't remember if I mentioned this already or not, but we only have 1 dodge roll, which is what I was afraid of. Since we have no biosensor here, that is a point for the actual Zeta itself. This does have force injector though, which is really nice since it has 80 thrust by default with 135 movement speed and 210 fast movement speed. So overall, if you're comparing it to a Zeta, which still feels pretty solid, I don't know if this is actually the better Zeta or not, but it is definitely a decent suit. Actually, you know what? At this point, I do have this up, so let me go to my Zeta. Why not? We have a decent bit to cover, but I am curious, and I'm gonna let that get the better of me. So, Zeta time. Here we go. Zeta has more balanced defenses with 22, 22, 22 down the board. 30. Well, I do have it upgraded, so 35 and 30 melee for its base stats. And it has 17, 23, and 7 for its part slots. This has 15, 19, and 10. So, 18,000 health as well, or 18,500 for the Zeta. And 5 less base movement, but 5 more top speed. Though I would say the missiles are easier to stun with, and having another weapon probably offsets the damage, considering that the main beam rifle has a damage of 1,900 and the Zeta having 2,000. Missiles are 500 on the Zeta, and on here they are 1,000 each. So you do the same damage, and you actually have an extra weapon that you can charge up for a stun as well. Looks like you can charge the beam rifle too for the main beam rifle. It seems to be decent with, again, 1,900 damage. Now, I don't know if that adds a pierce or adds a pin, but for 3.5 seconds, you get some kind of benefit. I don't know what that is. If somebody does know if it's a pin or just more damage, please let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, though, 5 shots, same beam saber stats looks like across the board, so nothing too out of the ordinary there. But having that extra shot from something else to kind of add in and weave some damage in is pretty nice. Transforming, I would say it is better overall, considering you just have the pew pew beams for the transform mode for the Zeta, and overall has less thruster. And if it has better flight program skills, yes, it does. So I believe that flight program actually allows it to fly more. So that's pretty nice. And it does have the fall prevention system normally. I can't remember if they have that on the Zeta itself. So overall, I would say a better flyer at the very least. And I'm starting to lean personally that it might be the better suit, considering how many beams we have and having a better base defense to work with. Though the part slots, oh my bad, I do have it upgraded, so it's 16, 22, and 6 for the part slots. So not that bad of a difference, a little bit more medium for the Zeta itself. Otherwise though, again, solid suit. I don't know if I would go out of my way to spin for it, because it is the 2-star thing, which is harder to get, but there are 2 half-off 10 spins, so it could be pretty nice. Otherwise, yeah, seems pretty solid. You don't have a 600 general that you can frontline with. This one seems like it could be something pretty good. But if you already have one, depending on how much you like the Zeta gameplay, if you already have a Zeta, this one could... Honestly, I feel like this one has the more quality of life, allowing you for a little bit more ways to get some range damage in, and an easier missile stun, which is one of the big things with the Zeta, is not messing up that missile stun, so you can then get closer and actually get your normal stun and then do your triple downswing combo. Damage-wise for the downswing combo might be a little bit less, but overall, you get more damage out of the range stuff, so by having that extra weapon, if you put a little bit more range damage parts on it, probably could work out. But yeah, pretty comparable, pretty standard, I guess, overall, since I'm kind of flip-flopping back in my head right now, kind of being like, well, Zeta's not that bad, and the stats seem pretty close. So, definitely a solid suit. Definitely, the main thing here is this is Unicorn. So we're going on into there, so probably at Anniversary, we'll have Unicorn. That, I guess, is the main takeaway here, and pretty hype. So good standard suit from Unicorn, which, you know, if we're going to Unicorn, things are really powerful. So to have something that is pretty much the refined Zeta, there we go. Moving on though, there is the normal suit for this patch, Federation D04. Then we get a level 2 Ewak Jigen, which I don't think we got a banner for this time, which is kind of awkward. I would expect to see a banner for this, but we did not. or at least it isn't here in the notes. Other than that, we have a half off step up. I again recommend doing the half offs if you definitely need to get some suits for cheap tokens. Especially for the PC, I will be doing pretty much just half offs exclusively. From what I saw, okay, yeah, half price for the first one here. It doesn't say it up here like it does, I believe, in the Japanese version. But yeah, should be step 1, should be a half off. I'm going to be doing both of these most likely. And we have a Hangar event for Golden Week. So let's go and talk about that. The thing is, 3 times the chance at getting, and by 3 times they just put plus 20% since you have a 10% chance to get a great success by default, plus whatever you have for your games added on top of that. So it's not 3 times after, it's just 3 times base. So 30% now is the base, and whatever you have to modify will be the full total value. The cool part with this though, and the other reason why I'm probably doing the 2 half offs, is if you get a duplicate suit, you get 3 times the actual enhancement point. So yeah, we might take a little bit to look at a few suits that I might, increase the level of that to 5 and 6, but pretty good event for that kind of stuff, especially when there's half off spins. Thank you guys for actually putting that in, because yeah, normally it's kind of like, well, it's cool, but this isn't as cool as the other event where you just get double outright and you can use your tickets and actually get something pretty big for the event. I will say though, now that you can actually do multiple completions of your Hangar per suit with tickets, this is actually a pretty solid event though, because if you get that great success when you do say 4 of them, you get it for all 4, which is really nice. So definitely something I'm going to be trying out with a couple of suits. Other than that, we have, and also why I completed my Hangar and just waited till after the patch to actually start doing anything, which will be done on stream most likely. Anyway, Dragu weapons. So far, I just looked at it. It looks kind of like a machine gun rather than missiles coming out, first of all. But other than that, seems like it stuns about as fast, maybe, and does close to the same damage. We'll have to definitely test it out on stream to be sure. But yeah, not sure again how this really changes the gameplay, because you kind of just point and shoot. Since these are small missiles, I was kind of hoping maybe you could actually, move and shoot or something, which I think the SML should be able to do quite easily for the gun cannon. But, this grenade, turns out it kind of works like we expected. You just throw it, and wherever you're aiming, when it kicks on, it'll woo and go wherever you're looking. Pretty solidly, actually. So this could be a big game changer for the Dodge, and an awesome tool for the Dom Trope in itself, to kind of throw something around a corner, and then you peek somebody, and then they're going to get hit with a nade. Even if they stun you, the nade's coming later, so then you get your rocket off maybe after, because they're still getting stunned while you're getting out of it, kind of deal. Sadly, these Vulcans are just like the GBO2 Vulcans, so they're garbage. I don't know why they really added them, other than it's just something the suit has in lore. They really need to make them useful, just saying, because otherwise you have enough pew-pew stuff to finish people off. But yeah. And harpoon gun, we kind of talked about that already. Same thoughts, hasn't really changed. Adjustments from previous stuff, we'll look at that. This one. Whoops. There we go. Moving on to the rated stuff. I did talk about that more yesterday. Again, we'll see how that works in the coming week or two, and then probably talk about it again as, is this a more... Also, I like this better. This actually makes more sense to people, because everybody was curious about the negative, and they thought no matter if you were on the winning team or losing team, you still had, like if you lost the game, you didn't get any extra. But no, you can get up to 3 even if you lose. Again, the lower they take this rival bonus down, the better for the actual rating ladder. Because yeah, if you can kind of influence your rating a bit, kind of awkward. Also, good thing to point out, yeah, plus 90 or above, it was plus 6, now it's plus 3. So if you were pretty much not getting a plus 6 before, then you're probably only going to get maybe plus 1 from now on. Plus 1 actually went up to where plus 3 was. So if you were averaging plus 3 or 4, you're probably only going to get 1 or 2. So I guess that's a big thing to point out, which is a big deal being that you're probably only seeing +1 if you're beating your rival almost for most games, which again is kind of more what I was saying should be a thing, is plus or minus 1, but I'll take the +1 just being a thing total as more of the average. Other than that, the game rule change for target shuffle, I talked about that yesterday. This should make it a whole lot more competitive, so you can plan around it with your team, since they're going to make a clan ranked mode out of it. I'm not going to go back through and do this rant again for the Colonel thing, but yeah. Cool, I guess. I mean, I guess there's some rank up rewards, but kind of awkward just having this as a thing, so I don't know. We'll see. Please do a rank crunch for the DP suits, since they're pretty much not in the lottery and you can't just spend money to get them. People should be able to buy them without having to play the game for half a year to rank up. But anyway, they did it with the parts. They could do it with the suits. Set up to, and you know, there's some other bonuses they could give for people that are high ranked. Like maybe, I don't know, your Hangar upgrades better or something. Like, I don't know. I think that would be a better thing if your Hangar upgrades more for people who've played a long time. I think that's a good reward rather than getting some exclusive suits that I would say most people who have been playing a long time have a lot of. Unless you're really unlucky, so fair enough. And I can't remember if those are in the ticket shop yet. If they've been in the ticket shop, then people have probably got them that way. But anyway, customize. What is this? Set up the 8-way shortcuts before the update. For mobile suits with oh, you can do transformation shortcuts. Let's go, dude. Oh, okay, that's so good. That is big. That is amazing. Let's go. Okay, cool. Application data. We went over that, and that. Premium suits. Looks like we got the Zaku 3 Kai coming in with... Oh, it's just showing the Shard Deja. No. No. Oh, wait, this is the English version. I could go to the JP version real quick. Wait, what? Why did this bring up... Why did I get into the Spring Festival there? A nani? Oh, was that the... Oh, the previous changes didn't come up. That's weird. Okay, did I click on this? Okay, we're not looking at the previous changes this time. So we might look at that during the podcast, because that is weird. Anyway, moving on to the Zaku 3 being the first week. I guess we'll have to either find the JP one real quick, or move on. I'll go ahead and talk about the ticket shop stuff, and then we'll try to do that again. So Z2 coming in, level 1 and 2, pretty nice suit actually. I've kind of been convinced it's decent. I thought it was pretty bad originally, but it's definitely grown on me as seeing people do well with it. GM Sniper Custom ML also got added, which is a pretty big deal to the ticket shop. So level 1 and 2, that's actually a pretty nice suit. And the Pell Rider Cavalry level 3, kind of getting power creep. But yeah. What is this? Oh, level 1 to 4 is added to the ticket shop. Okay, so... Oh crap, you gotta buy level 1 through 4. That is awkward, actually. How expensive is that? You know what? We'll have me rant later during the podcast if that's expensive, but yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely get the level 1, but probably not the level 4. Forget that, dude. Shrapnel Bazooka ×2 for the Z2 is added in there as well. I can't remember if that's actually what people are using, or if they're kind of treating it like a Zeta with the Zeta beam rifle. Other than that, here's the suits that I was just complaining about. We already talked about those yesterday. Compare Tetra level 3, Zok level 3, and Methus, or not yesterday, 2 days ago at this point. Whoops. But Methus Heavy level 1 and 2 is now in the DP store. Go get that Methus Heavy. It is good. Even after they super nerfed it way back in the day, because it was just definitely way too strong when they first released it. Other than that, let's go ahead and check if we can get to the previous stuff here. And for this, so here we go. We'll do this one, and then we have the previous right here, I believe. If this doesn't work, then it will. Dark G. Okay, here we go. So we'll go into that here in a second. Oh, okay. Ooh, the Vertex actually coming in for the possible free one if you play enough and you play long enough. But yeah, pretty nice. Duagu, Rikichi Custom, Jarja. What are they doing here with this? Mono eye stuff? What? Okay. Doesn't look too crazy. Battle Simulator, nothing too crazy there. Okay, moving on though, because time is a thing, and yeah. We have Dark Jigen. It got a buff. Its win rate is now up to 50%. Cool. Definitely a solid suit, especially after the buffs. I know people were even using it before, but definitely looks pretty good now. Full Armor Mark II actually having some good win rates here. Pretty nice. That damage actually is more than I expected. I was not expecting that. So yeah, interesting. Might be a contender for a suit to play now. I might try it. I still don't care for it because I felt like the shield gimmick was a thing, but could be pretty cool. High mobility type Zaku. I still feel like this is a trap against like newer players or something, or people that aren't just used to it and waste their stuff on it, I guess. Maybe that's the thing, because I feel like the more people that don't pay attention to the suit, the better it gets, because then you can kind of be like, haha, my tank mode. Let's see. Then we have Haimo type Zaku getting that buff. Some of these buffs really wasn't that much. Zeta F, I mean, not really that big of a deal, but cool. Maybe it's just because some of these suits were just decent, and that's why people are just using them again. Now this one's actually pretty significant with the Ifrit Jaeger. Good to see that getting a buff. Zagok definitely could use more, but a lot of people tried it, and it's still bad. So, yeah. G3 actually looked pretty good for the stuff that they did. The win rate went up, but the damage still is a little bit less, though you're surviving more, so there you go. Looks like from the base numbers. So, pretty nice. The Dagdaw. Still falling short for damage, but win rate went up, rival win rate went up. Hopefully we see another buff to this, because man, do these numbers kind of depress me as a support main. Dom Cannon, multi-gun. Looks like not too good as far as changes. Wait, no, I'm dumb. Fantastic as far as changes. Why did I? Yep, derp. I'm getting. Yep, that was a derp moment for my brain. I was switching these numbers around. I was like, oh man. But yeah, they got the up arrow. So never mind. Dom multi cannon. Let's go. Dom single cannon. Also, let's go. Above average across the board. Definitely gonna have to try that again. That is pretty nice. I didn't think it would be that big of a difference on it, but yeah, those bullets going up to 10, having that extra shot, definitely pretty cool. And the explosive range, I heard, was pretty good. I actually forgot to try that. But yeah, moving on into the next stuff. The GM Sniper 2 White Dingo. They just made it stop again, which is very weird, though it's still bad. Cool. Because it really didn't change or got a little worse somehow. So, whoops, I don't know. But yeah, that's really weird. I figure they would try to buff it in some other way, but maybe they're gonna revert it and then buff it differently later. Kind of odd, or they're just giving up on the suit. So White Dingo fans, sorry. Barzam Custom though, getting some okay stuff here with reload times, and then the cooldown time between shots, and the focus time was shortened with the beam rifle. Definitely nice to have. I still think it could do a little bit better with the focus time, but cooldown time is nice. Though you actually overheat faster now. Like if you still can get the same amount of shots out without accidentally overheating, then cool. If you can get that out faster, 10 out of 10. Other than that, yeah, again, from these stats, doesn't look like it needed much. So pretty cool. Might have to try the Barzam Kai out again. Then we got stuff that should just be on generals, I guess, even from that long. But yeah, it looks like it gained part slots added, upper levels as well. Same thing with the Zaku 2, and they both got balancer. So yeah, they're actually suits now, I guess. except for not, because they're still way too simple. Dom Tropin. Nice to see it got a buff, as well as the rocket hand grenade getting added. So could be an even more contender now at 14,500 health at base. All levels got a buff, and 35 base range damage modifier, and all levels got a buff. Goku Marine Commander type got the Vulcans. Sad to really... I mean, again, these actual stats here... Okay, maybe if they actually were good Vulcans, then this would be a terrifying suit. Because it looks like it was already pretty much average, or better. Okay, well, Marine Commander players, keep up the good work, because, yeah. Wow. I was kind of hoping this was actually a bit better, but that would probably make the suit OP, so whoops. Surprised here, but the Moon Gundam, when equipped with a Vargo beam rifle, was actually getting worse damage and pretty bad rival win rate and stuff, so they buffed it to focus with 2 seconds instead of 3, so I'm guessing the Vargo has it too. And the grenade launcher going down to 8-second reload. I'm guessing we're about to see that down here. And switching time is better. Okay, pretty cool. Let's check out the Vargo. Let's just go ahead and get into the raids then. 2 seconds and same reload and swap time. But not just that, heat rate going to 28% for the funnels. That's pretty nice. Butterfly Edge gaining damage buff at level 2, as well as the Vargo Beam Tomahawk at level 2. And then we have the reload has been reduced for the Butterfly Edge to 12 seconds from 15. Overall, pretty solid. Some skills here, just buffer and dodge roll level 2 at level 2. So you get 2 dodge rolls at level 2 of the suit. So yeah, as far as the stats go, look like the level 1 could use some help as well. Hopefully that helps, but you know, double dodge roll would kind of be nice. Though, I think as far as meta lists go, this is a suit that appears on it a lot. So kind of surprised to see this actually performing well under when it comes to stats compared to kind of player view of the suit itself. Striker Custom, definitely needing some help. We're getting some cooldown time between when you can swing things. The Spark Knuckle going to 8 seconds from 10. And the health getting increased to 15,000 instead of 14,000, and it gained offensive system at all levels. Other than that, the Spark Knuckle and Twin Beam Sabers got a buff for damage at level 2 only, and the Demon Blade system ability increased the speed while activating skills. Cool. And Force Injector went up. I'm guessing you have Force Injector 2 now. Then we have the Arjarja getting a significant buff with double dodge roll now, special leg buffer 1, and 1,000 health, putting it now to 18,500. That's going to be real nice at 500 cost. The Dewaj, getting that hand grenade could be a game changer for it. Can't wait to see these stats next month. Same with the trophy. The White Rider is really bad. This is not enough. The Gatling gaining 10 damage is cool. Again, I say not enough. Reload for its giant mega beam that takes way too long to charge unless you pop Zeus. Cool, I guess, but I mean, still 70 seconds. Come on. Armed grenade launch, you're gonna probably be dead before then. And if you actually get to try to do it again, if you use Zeus to fire it off, I mean, if you fired at the beginning of the game, maybe, you know, you get it back within that life and then you can pop Zeus and then fire it again. But otherwise, it's not really the thing that's going to help. That really doesn't do anything. Increased bullet velocity when shooting. It's kind of funny that the beam was that slow that it needed that. Stagger effect has been increased though, which is a big thing for the Gatling gun. Just missed that, my bad. So Gatling, if you can stagger faster now, that's a big deal. Cooldown time though for the grenade launcher by 0.5 seconds in between your shots, which essentially is its bazooka. Stagger effect has increased, so I'm guessing it's 80 like most bazookas now. And Force Injector has been increased. I can't remember if this thing has it by default, so yeah, it looks like, I'm guessing it's going to 2, or it's getting level 1 enhanced the effect of skill. Okay, so I'm guessing you have Force Injector 2. I can't remember if it has Force Injector 1 by default. I think it does, but if it is 2, that is really nice for just getting around. Other than that, though, I still don't think this is enough. The stagger value is the biggest thing here for the Gatling, but everything else is kind of meh, really. I don't really see these three things as much of a change at all. And to get more damage out and win rate out of just the stagger value here, maybe the damage, but definitely I don't think that's the win rate. Mass production Cubile, one of my favorite suits to play, getting damage control 1. Other than that, special buffers and stuff is cool, but actually, was this the same thing that, oh yeah, this pretty much makes it like the old Cubile. That's funny. That's funny that this is now like the old Cubile. Okay, that is kind of hilarious. Though I believe the old Cubile, does it have damage control 1 still? I can't remember. Can't remember if it has that, but that's funny that it got the shoulder buffer. Okay, I like this now. I like this a lot more. I was going to say, the problem is you get hit a lot because you're so wide. But yeah, we're actually getting significant actual defenses for the support stuff. I'll take it. Though, when it comes to fighting a raid, kind of really scary still, but this is actually pretty decent. I said maybe at least damage control, since we can't really expect a great stun prevention on this suit. So yeah, I'll take it. Pretty cool. I'm definitely going to try this more now. Not surprised that it's definitely doing the damage. We knew that much. So I was really curious to see that. But yeah, it's dying a lot more. So hopefully this helps protect it. Again, we kind of need some kind of stun prevention skill on supports, even if they all just get the crouching thing. But, you know, they're trying other stuff. We'll see if it helps. But yeah, guys, that's everything in this update. So, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about everything. Have you tried any of the new suits that got buffed? Have you tried the new weapons? What do you think about it? From what I saw, I'll be trying it today, but the rockets seem kind of meh. But we'll see. I mean, it just seems like the same weapon. Just, you now have rockets, little rockets. It looked more like a machine gun, honestly. Have you got lucky with the Hangar event? Did you get the new suit? And what do you think of it? But yeah, any all thoughts in the comments down below. But let's see, Twitch, Twitter, Discord in the description as usual. Might have timestamps if I can get to it. Probably not first day that this is out. So yeah, whoops. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that. But that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.